What is it that makes most plants thrive and grow? Is it the rain that falls from the sky and drips over the leaves? Or is it the dew that's left over on the leaves at night? No. It is the water that's absorbed by the roots in moist soil. Water that's absorbed by the roots travels upwards to all parts of the plant or the tree, allowing it to grow and thrive. Water that washes over the plant is barely absorbed and therefore barely helps the plant to thrive and grow. Likewise, spiritual growth can be just the same. Real spiritual growth does not come by simply hanging out in the presence of God. Standing in the midst of God's presence does not automatically translate into inner spiritual growth. Just like how water from the rain dripping over the leaves does not lead to real growth. In order to translate the presence of God into fuel for spiritual growth, the spiritual life must be firmly rooted and established on a firm foundation, like a soil that's capable of absorbing and sustaining moisture. The Bible tells us that this foundation is none other than Jesus Christ. The Bible talks about Jesus being the root of David, from the line of Jesse. And the Bible also talks about being built up on the foundation that is Christ. The stone that the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. And therefore it is Christ who helps us to translate and transform the presence of God into an element of tangible spiritual growth. It is Christ that helps us to absorb the essence of God from the presence of God. And it is Christ who pours and feeds it into our spirit, allowing the spirit to thrive and grow. The Pharisees in the New Testament were surrounded by elements of God's presence in the temple. They were at many times even in the presence of Jesus himself. Yet because they were not rooted in the essence of God, that is Jesus, they were unable to receive from God. And as a result, they were stunted in their spiritual growth. There are many that hear, yet only few receive. There are many that see, yet only a few catch the vision. My dear friend, are you stunted in your spiritual growth? Examine your roots. Are you trying to do things just to make some things happen in your spiritual life, trying really, really hard, but you're unable to grow? Examine your roots. Are you feeding from the root that is Christ, being built up in the most holy, sacred moments in His presence, to conform to the image of the Son of God? Let us all be firmly established in Him, so that we may grow in Him and unto Him. Be blessed.